Okay, here we are in the first game of our Aureil Stormgate 2v2 tournament. And as a 2v2 tournament, there's going to be 4 players in this one in the cool colors. In the blue here, playing the Vanguard faction, is ghosttl. Check out him on Twitch at ThaiGaming09, if I remember that correctly. And his partner in this team match, playing this teal celestial, look at those cute little prisms there, is Turlagh. Ooh, and what are they going to be up against here? Well, in the orange, also playing the Vanguard faction, is playing for Team Leak Booz, and also in the Infernal faction. So we got every faction in this game. Is ThoZ. ThoZ and Booz playing for Leak. And right now there is Ghost Scout here trying to chew on this Hexen's little toes. Ooh, and actually getting a little close there to almost going down. Oh! And the Infest gets the Scout. So, first blood Team Leak. And, oh, and there's a Lancer here standing on the ramp. But it looks like the teal and blue team are going a little more eco, although there's not an extra collection array there. Sorry for that little bug. Can't wait until when that bug gets fixed, there will be a day of celebration. We will all remember it. But yeah, it looks like Turlagh is going one base right now to start out. Fully saturated, going full, lots of Therium mining here for Turlagh, and that might be an indication of what we're getting. We do see this Starforge being created here. And ghosttl has, as I said, opened eco with the command post, whereas both of our hot colored players here on Team Leak have stayed on one base so far. There are no expansions here, and they have units out on the map already creeping. They've taken the health camp. Well, there's a farm there, and now they're going for one of the energy camps. And if they could turn this force into an attack force, they might be able to get some damage done here, as their opponents are doing tech and eco. Okay, I was gonna say, there we go, collection array now. So Turlagh is up to tier 2. So again, he spent his early game going for some tech upgrades, and there's still just a single Starforge. Oh, those are those original Argents that were built just for defense. What's coming out of that Starforge? It's sabers. Okay, so it's there's our first saber. And it's straight into sabers, but here come the units. There's only one saber, and it's not clear if the splash damage from that saber is going to be enough to deal with this many units. The saber uses this mass accelerator to zoom back to the high ground, which is actually really good strategy, so that it can keep doing that important splash damage while these Lancers and Medtechs here tank. But there's just so much here from Team Leak that we're seeing that front line go down. Now there's Bobs being pulled out on the repair for the saber. Never seen that one before, but that's a cool synergy. And it looks like the saber on the high ground was enough, at least, to convince Team Leak to at least regroup, not fight on the ramp. The sabers now have pushed down the ramp, and these units are still here, and they pose a danger. But again, mass accelerator use, that's that little speed boost that the sabers can use to get out of danger or get into attack position sometimes as well. And so far, good control from Turlagh and Ghost to keep those expensive units alive and also have them firing down on this attack force. Very interesting choice to just throw a Shroud Stone here. This is going to be a forward attack position. I think it might be valuable for Team Leak to try and push this. Those sabers are kind of slow, and you get from over here. And you almost don't even need to send your whole army over there. Just send a few Gaunts to pick at that creation chamber. It's a single Lancer, very brave, said I got this whole army, and then died. And it looks like Turlagh and Ghost want to kind of break this contain a little bit, and they've forced another engage, and that's caused Team Leak to come down. And now again, there are 4 sabers here. We see how they melt those gaunts. And now, yeah, this sort of forward position is going to be easily taken out with these siege units. And once again, the sabers just delicately push forward and take out another Shroud Stone. So this early push from Team Leak, I think, has lost its fire so far. They're in full retreat, and there are units here. There's a second base up. There's a third base going down behind this, but in full retreat. That almost might need to get canceled so more units can get queued up. And we'll see here if Ghost and Turlagh go for the kill. They did hold that, and they have a good supply lead. Remember, Defender's Advantage can be fairly strong, and you don't ever want to like really throw the game by just moving your units into defensive position. Although those Lancers there, unfortunately, kind of got taken out for free as they were just standing on the high ground as the Sabers bolt rolled in. And here we go. Now it is some Weavers on the low ground. Weavers, of course, being a pretty good answer to the Sabers, but there is just not enough of them. And in fact, they're not even going to get a single Saber, it looks like, as that force is melted. And now, yeah, this force is pushing up into the base. There are no units here to defend. And I think this is going to be the end of this one for Team Leak. Quickly trying to build a sentry post, but no, that is going to be GG from Team Leak in his first game. Okay, here we are back at it. We are in game number 2 this time, and this is starring the same players here in the Blue Infernal. This is going to be on Team Leak. This is going to be ThoZ. And, oops, wrong way. His partner, also Team Leak, is the Booz. This is in the teal Vanguard. Switching sides of the map today and switching their hot and color cold. This is going to be ghosttl in the orange. Once again playing the Vanguard faction, and his celestial opponent, where's his arc ship? There it is, floating around. This is Turlagh. Of course, these two winners of the last match by being just a little bit more defensive at the beginning by building some eco bases and getting those sabers up immediately for that defense, which of course then turned into a pretty strong push into Team Leak. And we see that again. We see a command post going down. It looks like it's not first, it's second for ghosttl. His Rax was up first. And it is a creation chamber first for Turlagh again. And on the other side, on Team Leak, we've got double vaults from ThoZ, and I think that's a divergence from last game where we saw Conclave and Vault. And we have Booz here with a Rax. What's going on over here? Oh, this is a forward vault. We are actually on 3 vaults. And maybe they decided, yeah, that our rush last time was not rushy enough. And shout out to Rushy on the other channel. And so we needed our units to get there as soon as possible. There's a pup. I wouldn't chase the pup down. He wants you to chase him down. Here are 2 Argents. That's what they've been made for, which is to be defensive. There's a single Imp here as well. I can only imagine that's with some nefarious designs. And there's some micro battle going on here as they try and take out the Hexen, and indeed they do. So that was good teamwork because both players were focus firing the Hexen. And now it looks like Team Leak is trying to set up some kind of bunker / Shroudstone rush here. And if those Bobs can get this bunker up, but we see the Argents trying to pick off the Bobs. If they can get the bunker up, there can be a... Uh-oh, so that Saber is actually the right answer yet again. And no Buzzsaw Cannon is going to go down, but there is still the Shroud Stone. Shroud Stone will add a little bit of DPS as long as Team League can get these units to fight under it. But the Saber is already taking shots at it, and we see that a lot of the Brutes have melted to some of those Saber shots. And it looks like there is good... There's already a Buzzsaw Cannon up in the back there for ghosttl. And that single Saber yet again. It's just this Saber rush from Turlagh has been really helpful. Just the one Saber in the composition. Of course, there are a ton of Argents there that are helping out, giving that extra DPS, and also serving as tanks. They are getting low, and they might want to pull back. But it looks like Turlagh has been focusing on his Saber micro, which it's not just keeping them out of damage, but also making sure they're attacking the right targets. And there we go. There is a Buzzsaw Cannon in the back there, but it wasn't able to get any shots down. And that is going to be a GG well played from Team League.